Forward!
Hard work, hard work. Hard work, hard work. Hard work, work. There you go.
Forward!
Hard work, hard work. Hard work.
Fall in.
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on, everybody? So you know what it is. It's me, your man Trey the Commish, and you're rocking with your favorite vets on the next first formation more in sports talk. So come on and fall in as we get into rapping and talking about some of the stuff that's been going on in sports in a little bit. Since, of course, I think last week or so, myself and Bishop last was speaking with y'all. I ain't gonna say a lot has happened, but there has been some things, interesting enough, that has taken place. As we know, week 0 of the college football season kicked off, and there was an upset in that case. Week 1 kicks off this weekend with a bevy of games getting ready to go down. There's been some grumblings in the media. Football. NFL football has finished its preseason and getting ready to start itself. A couple of cuts here and there. So a couple of things to talk about in this little time in which I have. So just strap in and get ready. Feel free to interact, engage, and have it out with your boy as we get ready to get into this. So as I was stating, a couple of things happened, right? In which, first and foremost, there has been conversations and let me see. Oh, you know what? No, let's do it like this. So what has happened in the last couple of days, in a week or so, is we have had a couple of situations where there has been issues with engagements, right? So of course you have the situation that comes off when Magic Johnson and Anthony Edwards. Of course, you already know Magic Johnson, Hall of Fame point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers, and Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man as they call him, currently 2 guard for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And so Anthony Edwards spoke about and engaged in reference to talking about yesteryear and this year and all that type of stuff, in which Magic Johnson responded back with saying that he doesn't respond to people that don't have championships. That was his remark. Of course, we already know Magic has four of them, I believe, or with the Los Angeles Lakers. And then another instance, we had you had a situation where Deion Sanders, current head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes. Of course, we all know Deion from his heyday, where he was considered or is considered to be one of the best athletes in sports, as well as one of the best cornerbacks of all time in the NFL. He holds that distinction to where he was able to go and basically state that he did not want to be questioned by a certain media person. What's going on there, Mr. Goat, I guess?
WGO, WGO, WGO. What's going on? It's your boy Sean, aka the Bishop, aka the GOAT. For those in the frat world, y'all know me as Zalos. What's good, man? What's good? How you doing, Trey? What's going on this Tuesday, this Twisted Tuesday? You know what I'm saying? Tipsy Tuesday, Turn Up Tuesday, however you want to call it.
Not much. I was just talking about having a discussion in reference to when did we start having a problem with people commenting, i.e. Magic and
now what you want, hold on. What you won't do, and there's two instances in which we got to talk about. We got to talk about the instance in which Deion Sanders in Colorado and Sean Keller, whatever his name is. Talk about the Keller, yeah, whatever. Here we got to talk about him. Mm-hmm. And then of course we got the Magic situation, which I heard about that later yesterday morning. A little later on in the morning about Magic situation. Both of them are two different type of situations. But which one are we? I mean, Which one we want to talk about? Which one we want to talk about first? Like, you want to talk about Deion or you want to talk about Magic?
We can kind of like mix them because what my issue or quarrel is, and just like Stephen A had something which he said yesterday. Shout out to Stephen A, ESPN. He was he kind of like, well, he more so spoke about I seen when he spoke about Deion situation. I'm looking at it as this day and age is driven by content, and so you don't have, if there's no comments, if there's no interaction, there's no content. So for Magic to just tell, like, let's be honest, Anthony Edwards has been in the league for 3 years. Now, Magic won a championship in his first year as a rookie playing center for a injured Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Facts.
Everyone isn't Magic, you know what I'm saying, in state. Everyone can't shoot like Steph. Everyone isn't Magic Johnson. So, you know what I'm saying? But Anthony Edwards has been in the league only for what, 2-3 years, 4 years maybe?
Correct.
He doesn't have a championship yet. So why Magic? I understand it's probably tongue in cheek when Magic is like, I don't talk to people who don't have championships. But come on, Magic, you an OG, man. Is that what it is? Is it just is this?
So are you saying he's wrong for saying that?
Yes. I ain't gonna say wrong. I just thought he would, especially like Magic has been a person in the media himself.
Turn the other cheek. He's been that guy to turn, but for some reason. But you got to keep in mind, I feel like for some reason, only you after so long, your buttons can only be pushed for so long. You know what I'm saying? And for Anthony Edwards to say the only true athlete or player in the NBA was Michael Jordan, that's disrespectful as hell. You know what I'm saying? I would never say that about Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Even though he is the GOAT, I would never say he's the most athletic, the only person who has a skill set like that. I would never say that, because there's the Magics, there's the Isaiah Thomas, there's the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars, there's the Shaquille O'Neals, it was a plethora of players that changed the game of basketball.
Did you include Robert Horry in that conversation? He got 7 championships. Why not?
Because Robert Horry didn't. He was just a clutch shooter. He hit the clutch shot. Robert Horry didn't change the game. We're talking about people who played and changed the game. Robert Horry didn't change. He was the clutch shooter. He was that go-to guy when you needed him to go to. Just like you wouldn't call Steve Kerr that person. You wouldn't call, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't call what's his name, Cooper from the Lakers. You wouldn't call him that guy. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, you know, what's his name? What's his name? What's his name again? The one you just said. What up, Eric? Robert Horry. Yeah, Robert Horry. He just happened to be blessed to be able to hit those key shots when they needed him to hit them key shots. He was just that dude at the time. But for this is the thing, right? And they said it on Stephen A's Get Up, or not Get Up, but First Take. Shouts out to First Take. Anthony Edwards, he even stated in his comment prior to making that dumb statement. He even stated himself that he didn't see none of them guys play. You got to keep in mind how old Anthony Edwards is. Anthony Edwards, what, 24, 25? So he didn't see Magic play. He didn't see Bird play. He didn't see MJ play. If he seen him play, he's seen him play through video. Through YouTube or something like that. You know what I'm saying? People, you know, you can find all those things on YouTube now. But obviously he never sat down. He never sat down.
Do we fault that error because they can't see and then he disrespected Kobe too. Come on now, he disrespect Kobe. Come on, he disrespect Kobe too. Like, I have changed my feelings for Kobe of late years, but I mean, I get it.
He disrespected Kobe too now, and then this is my thing, right? I feel this is just my personal opinion.
So is it disrespect or is it just ignorance?
It's disrespect. No, it's disrespect. Well, you can okay. I can take ignorance as well because you didn't take the time. And this is exactly what I was about to say. I personally feel as though if you want to be a great player in today's NBA, you have to reflect back on the ones who've paved the path for you to be a great player. that means, in my opinion, you as a want to be great player have to go back and look at the history of how basketball has evolved. Look at all the ones that came before you: the Magic Johnsons, the Earl the Pearls, the Akeem Olajuwons, to the Wilt Chamberlains, to, you know what I'm saying, all the greats. You have to look and pay attention. Yes, has the game changed? Absolutely. The game is nowhere near as physical as it was when Michael Jordan and them played. You don't even see blood being drawn on the court no more. Back then, blood was drawn.
Prerequisite?
Yeah, blood was drawn. You had guys going to the sideline with towels because blood was being drawn. You know what I'm saying? They would stop games because everybody knew, because of HIV and AIDS, games would stop. You had to come off the court because when HIV was going around, you had to come off the court so that they could. I'm just saying, Eric. I mean, I'm just being real. You had to come. Now you don't see no blood drawn. If you see blood drawn now, it's because a person just got freaking man. Just got a bloody nose or something. Just a runny bloody nose or something. Other than that, you don't see blood drawn, man. You don't see blood drawn no more. Anthony Edwards, I feel like he was wrong for saying that because, like I said, he's disrespected so many people. But Stephen A. Was it Stephen A? Yeah, Stephen A. said the same thing. Magic Johnson disrespected some people too.
Oh,
in his statement. You know how? Did you get what Stephen A. said? How he was disrespecting people? Because he said, I'm not talking to anyone who doesn't have an NBA championship, or not even a college championship, nor even if you have a high school championship. You know who he disrespected?
a lot of players.
Exactly. He's Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Carmelo Anthony, just to name a few. So Stephen A. Smith made a valid point. You're saying you saying Anthony Edwards disrespected you and a lot of the pioneers of the game, but Magic, you did the same. You did the same because you talking about the Charles Barkleys. What up, Nate? You talking about the Charles Barkleys? You talk about the a lot of people, bro. Whether you realize it or not, you talking about a lot of people. You saying that means you're not talking to a whole bunch of people there, Magic.
Directly. I mean, he did, but I guess it was direct quote. So, and I get it. I understand it for the most part. What do you think about the Deion situation, though? Like, is Deion justified when you flip it? Do you think Deion is justified?
So Deion is. So I understand what they're saying on First Take. I understand what they're saying on Get Up in regards to you're giving him more power by addressing the situation, by saying that you're not going to do anything. Yeah. You giving him more power. But however, guess what? The great Heisman Trophy winner Desmond Howard said.
What did he say?
Well, he said it this morning on Get Up. Shout out to Get Up. He said this: whether Deion said it now or whether people noticed it later, because that's the thing about media. You're going to notice at press conferences if Deion doesn't address Sean Keller. You're going to notice, why does he keep ignoring this guy at every single press conference? So whether, and then it would have just brought up the question, somebody was going to eventually ask, why you won't answer any of his questions? What's going on, Amber? How you doing?
Morning, Amber. How are you?
Good morning. How you answering everybody's question, but you ain't answered Sean's questions? So guess what? Whether Deion brings it up now and lets everybody know up front, which I applaud. I applaud Desmond Howard for saying that, because it makes utter sense. It totally makes sense. What up, Jay? What up, Jay? Jay Ness was in the building. What up?
So in saying that, right? Do you think that maybe they could have just? I think some of the issue is, in which was discussed, is Deion is going to be Deion. We understand that, but the quarrel that comes with is that Colorado, as a department, a athletic department, came out and stated, we're no longer taking questions from this man. So could they not have just basically kind of like person to person and be like, hey, due to we think that you have personal attacks on Deion Sanders, we're not we're not going to, as opposed to put it out so the world can hear and everyone can see now this guy is being.
But I think I get where you're going with it, Trey. I totally understand. But I think I think the university did it to show that they're backing Deion in the public eye, that they have their coaches back when it's all said and done. Yeah, you could have your coaches back behind closed doors, but no, you need to see that for up in the forefront. You need people to understand and see that if Deion is unhappy as a coach and unhappy with this columnist, because he's not a reporter, he's a columnist. This columnist is putting out, we support you, Deion, because you're a part of our program. So therefore, I feel like I don't see a problem with the university supporting Deion. They fighting prime. They're fighting for prime. They told prime what happened. Yeah, I feel like they're fighting. I feel like they're supporting their coach. So I don't really have a problem with it. Now, my thing is about this, right? The dude, he made it personal. Like Shay said. Yeah, I'll take false prophet on Deion prime planet or whatever. Huh?
Is it personal or is it a hit dog and holler? Like
no, it's personal because he didn't have. He didn't say anything about the program itself. He didn't say nothing about about his coaching. He spoke about Deion. Yeah,
the coaching.
Not in my opinion. No. What did he say about coaching? What did he
the things in which Deion tried to stand on business in reference to last year? Like, let's keep it real. Colorado went 3-0 last year. Looked promising, and Deion
then 3-1, and then lost 7 of the last 8.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he said that's a stab. It's not a stab, DJ. So
it is that. Thank you. Because for one, you can't. Okay, I get you.
So you basically say you could. So there's no accountability. Like, I sit up and talk best to you for NCAA, right? We played you by 10 points, even though I had it in the bag, but I messed up some camera issues. But I sit and go say, but I still know business, right? And I was doing the talking, and you beat me. And you know what I'm saying? So if I sit up and go back, and just like we was talking yesterday when Havoc, shout out to my brother Havoc from Cyberpod, you said Havoc disposed of you.
He thrashed me. He got me. Yeah. Now, mind you, let me tell you.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Because of Ohio State against Oklahoma. That was you decided to play Oklahoma.
Ohio State is ranked 2 to Oklahoma's ranked 12th. Now he talking about he'll play with any team, but he played with Ohio State, the number 2 ranked state team. And mind you, they did not drop one pass in that whole entire game, not one. And I'm not even exaggerating. But either way, that's either. But just like you just said,
to that point, yeah. So to bring it to that point, if you went back instead of talking about you was going to smack him up and all that type of stuff, and then you came out and then you lost 4 games to him, then if you said you prophesized in the actual, you prophesized that you was going to sit up and get, you know, saying them dubs. It didn't happen. So, and I think that's where the false prophet comes in, that is saying this, that, the third, and this is what we're going to do, and all that type of stuff. In state, it didn't happen. They went. They lost 8 of the last 7.
But they lost 7 of the last 8. But yeah, but this is my thing, Trey. This is his
trash by Oregon. Oregon stood on business.
Yeah, but it's first season. Everybody's crucifying this man for 1 season.
When you
no. Yes. No, you can't compare with talking about one game compared to an entire season.
I sit up and say here
that but you got to keep in mind
at the end of the season, we're not Super Bowl champions. Y'all going to thrash me. That's what's going to happen.
But you can't talk about one season. You can't talk about one season. This man is not. They're crucifying this man. Some people, not everybody, are crucifying this man for 1 season. Don't forget, he came from a HBCU, and won.
He won 4 games
at HBCU.
Oh no, HBCU. No, I'm talking about. He did the same thing at the HBCU. Like
he won championship over there. What are you talking about?
He got thrashed in the HBCU championship game and he was bumping his gums, and that was a situation where the dude, they didn't respect him over there.
Because let me ask you this: is that any different than somebody bumping their gums on the field as an actual player? It's no different. You gonna bump you if you don't stand behind what you believe in your team. Why are you here? You don't need to be coaching. If you don't come out, this is prime time Deion Sanders. Y'all act like this is something he ain't did since he was in Florida State. Deion was that dude who's going to talk trash to you, and he going to do his best. Now, did Deion get burnt? Absolutely, Deion got burnt before.
Right.
That part. But Deion could still back that shit up with certain individuals. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. If you don't believe in yourself, and believe in yourself to a point to where you can speak about yourself in an aspect to where you say, hey, this is who I am. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I'm gonna do whatever I can to do to stop you. I'm the man. Okay, that's just what it is.
With yourself a bit, people will sit up and take a little bit, you know, saying a little. I mean, I think there's a way to sit up and talk that talk, but still
everybody ain't humble, bro.
And I think that's so. Of course,
everybody's not humble like that.
They're going to take the shots at them, and so I look at it as if you can dish it, then take it. If you like you said,
but that's the difference. If you could dish it, take it. Absolutely, totally agree. Got that. However, don't make it personal.
Okay.
When you take it personal, that ain't got nothing to do with my skill set. Okay. Nothing to do with my skill set. That has something to do with you don't like me as a person.
What do you think of Deion as a coach?
I think he's a good coach. I can't call him great yet, but I think he's a good coach. I think he has the skill set to be able to coach these student athletes to be something in Colorado. I again feel like he needs I feel like he needs more time. He's lost. When he got to Colorado, he gained a lot of student athletes because of the name of Deion. And he lost a lot because a lot of people couldn't measure up to what his standards are.
Is that where we go? That's what we go on preference.
I totally believe that. What reason would you say that yeah? What's your reason?
Like he's not the coach that they thought he would for the level.
Okay, and why is he not the coach? Listen to this, but why is he not the coach? Because when it's all said and done, he's not on the field. The players got to play the game. All he could do is coach it. So we've seen what Deion could do on the field. Now we know what he could do on the field. Now he done knocked some teams in the mouth.
Huh? I got something for you. Sid is a phenom. Exceptional athlete. He is an exceptional athlete, right?
Yeah.
Or we even thought AJ, exceptional athlete, right? Both of them are clearly the stars of their teams, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
However,
you shouldn't have used AJ because I already got my ammunition. But go ahead. But you shouldn't have used AJ.
However, with that being said, if you don't have the right person, if you feel like Sid is not reaching her potential, she's not the right person, you're going to move her, right? You yourself is going to take a crack at coaching her because you think that she could be better, and you just want to remove that, right? So that's why I think they left. They wasn't in the right program for themselves. You have players, i.e. Travis Hunter, and I think it's Cromartie, who have came over to be coached because they play his position. They are his, and they are the mold. He's molding them to be what he was, the athlete on the field. And so you know what I'm saying. So it looks different for them, but everything else is like, is he meeting up to that? And I mean, he cut his teeth, like you said, in Jackson.
What up, LB?
What's going on, LB? So he cut his teeth in high school. He's been able to enact a situation to where he has been with his same quarterback and one of his defensive backs since they started. So, you know what I'm saying, his son in high school, he moved from high school, he went to coach college. He moved and coached college, and then he moved to a bigger division, and now he's coaching in that bigger division, and he still has the sun at him. For me, when I look at it, and like I said, nothing against Deion, this is just being media and doing what we have to do, is the litmus test is going to be, what about when you don't have Shador and Shiloh and Travis in your possession anymore? Because they're got to go. They're going to be drafted at some point to where now you get a new crop, and now you have to develop these players in that same manner without that. So now that's what they're going to be.
Hold on. Let me pump the brakes. So are you saying because he's coaching his own kids and kids that are, or student athletes that are close to him, because we know all about what's his name?
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter being, I think he was even living with him at one point and stuff like that. So are you saying that you saying because of that, once they leave, he won't have that same type of, I don't even know. Are you even calling it a luxury or an advantage because of the fact he had his own kids?
So we all know chemistry counts, right? Chemistry makes a whole lot of difference.
Yeah,
we all know chemistry counts because we realized we've seen to this year when we are with the 13-year-olds that the chemistry wasn't there and it hurt. So I'm saying with the chemistry, there were certain things that have to be, and that's what he has had. He has had a chemistry for almost a decade with some of these kids, in which some of that rubs off on other players, or some of it doesn't. In which you could have some, and it could have been just some of the players. It was. I don't think it was a situation in which they couldn't reach the goals in which he had. I think it's a situation to where the experience that he had in the Division 1 or 3 or Division whatever Jackson State is, the Division 2 compared to Division 1A or Division 2A compared to Division 1A was different. And they decided, I want to jump ship now while I can to go somewhere else where I can potentially still continue to play. Some of them, now there were some, of course, that went on to other programs and they have been problematic, in which it shows like maybe it wasn't Deion. But in some cases, I'm very sure everyone has a reason why they jumped ship. And now it's going to happen. But for me, like I said, the real test is going to be when he doesn't have that familiarity in his quarterback, who we all understand that is one of the most important positions on the team, with his quarterback and the development of now we're going to get to see when he has to clearly start over all together, where we talk about where there's no one, he has a whole new draft class or a whole new class to where, to where it's different now. So I think that's where it's going to be at. It's really going to test him. But we can only expect, like, if he doesn't succeed at that, is he a failure? No, that's not the case, because Nick Saban didn't succeed in the NFL. But look at him, but he was a hellified
college football.
In college. So maybe Deion's, maybe Deion's calling is still in the NFL potentially.
I think it's definitely in the NFL. I think this was just, in my personal opinion, I honestly believe that this was Colorado being the coach for Colorado was a stepping stone for him to get into NFL coaching. Now, with that being said, I feel like this year is going to be critical for him. And I'm talking about Deion as well as his son and Travis Hunter, both of his sons, Shador and Shiloh. I think it's going to be critical for all four of them, because of the fact all of young student athletes are going to go get drafted upcoming season 25, as well as I feel like Deion is looking to continue the coaching realm of his sons, if possible, into the NFL. I do feel like that's his stepping stone, and I do feel like that's where he's going to try and go with that. But I feel like it all depends on how well Colorado does. And Colorado has a big game. I think they got a game on Thursday night this week. They got a game Thursday.
What's good, Key?
Yeah, what up, Key? What up? Yeah, they got a game on Thursday. This Thursday coming up. So Colorado, Deion and the Buffs have to come out punching people in the mouth, show what they're about. And then I think there's some teams out there who would possibly, because I personally feel, just think of this now, you heard it here first. Deion is real good and real close with Jerry Jones. And we already know Mike McCarthy is on the hot seat, depending on how Dallas does. Now, mind you, Deion lives in Dallas. He has a house and all that and stuff in Dallas. He coached in Dallas in regards to the high school team. That's where he coached. Keep in mind, if Dallas doesn't do what they're supposed to do, mind you, we just saw CeeDee Lamb, $134 million. Got signed.
Yeah, which we're going to definitely get to that.
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
So two more things, right, in college, right? I wanted to ask you two more things.
But hold on. Real quick, though, before we get to that. CeeDee got signed. Mm-hmm. Dallas still hasn't signed Dak. Still hasn't signed Micah.
Bruh, stop playing.
Listen. Okay. Just look at it. Yeah, just look at it.
All right, let me close my eyes. So
just think. Come trade time. Mm-hmm. Come trade time. during the season, don't be surprised if Dak leaves Dallas.
Mm.
Well, now we already see Trey Lance threw 5 interceptions the other day. He was just horrendous. Yeah, I know that was somebody you was big on, but Trey Lance doesn't look like the future of Dallas, and neither does Cooper Kupp. So imagine, Cooper Rush. Imagine college season over. Shador's up to come out. They had a 11-game winning season. Make a bowl game. They probably won't make it in the top 12, but they make a bowl game. Do y'all really not think that Dallas could possibly go? Listen, why I don't know why a lot of people said no, because Deion and Dave, a lot of people feel like Deion and Jerry will bump heads and not get along. But I think they have a mutual respect for one another to a point to where if Jerry was to allow Deion to come into Dallas, you know how many seats? Don't forget, Jerry's still paying for that for that stadium. That stadium is still is still being paid for. Do you know how many seats Deion could possibly fill more in Dallas if he comes to Dallas and Shador comes to Dallas? Do you know how much the marketing for Deion and Shador in Dallas?
I would say this,
bro.
right?
Come on, Trey. Y'all, if y'all don't see,
you've had. I'm gonna get nice and close and personal with the screen right now.
So thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. Put Anthony's.
That is not true. Like there's still a DeMarcus Russell out there. Like let's be honest. Like
thank you, Anthony. This dude here, this tray that's on the screen. Let me put it. This tray right here. Let me get it right. Hold on. This tray right here on my screen. This tray right here. He was so high on this dude. So high on it, and we paid him all this money.
So, but that whole draft class is unfortunate.
Unfortunate. But go ahead. What you say?
Unfortunate series on the bench. So I want to get nice and close with the screen when I say this.
Okay.
Bishop has had some interesting takes.
Mm-hmm.
By far, I think that is the most outlandish one you have come up with in recent memory. So this is why I say that, right? And I'm just going to be just and say it. First and foremost, because it's going to segue into what I was going to talk about, and then we could get we could kind of like finish out college and move into NFL because it's stuff that we talk about there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you shout out to Wayne? I see you, but victory on the victory. So
if you don't do your name with the nonsense,
do you first and foremost just a yes or no?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no. I got 6 teams I'm going to ask you. I want you to give me an answer. I got 6
Stop
teams.
it, Henry. Stop it, man.
I got 6 teams. Which of these teams, how many of these teams do you think is going to make it to the CFP playoffs?
Okay. 6 teams, you said?
16. I got 6 teams I'm going to give you. Maybe 7, but 6. I'll tell you when I'm done. Utah, Utes.
Big 12, right?
Yeah, Big 12. Alabama, SEC. Texas, Oklahoma, SEC. USC, Big 10. Colorado, Big 12. And it was one more. It was another Penn State.
4 out of the 7.
4 out of 7. Which 3 do you think are not making it?
USC.
Disrespect. Okay,
USC, Colorado. It was one other you said. USC, Colorado. It was one other.
Penn State, Oregon. I'm not Oregon. Penn State, Utah.
Utah gonna make it because they're in the Big 12. I think they're gonna make it. Utah gonna make it. Texas gonna make it. Oklahoma's gonna.
Colorado.
I said Colorado. Texas gonna make it. Texas gonna make it. Oklahoma gonna make it. Alabama, and it's one of other. Oh, Utah. Those are the 4. Those are the 4.
Those are the ones you're not.
Oh, and then no, you said Penn State, right?
Penn State, yes.
They in the Big 10, right?
Yes.
Penn State probably will make it too.
Okay. So you said Colorado. So with Colorado
they won't make it.
With Colorado potentially not making it, do you think that's going to be because of the competition or the players play of, like, say?
So I'm gonna put it to you like this: Colorado went back to the Big 12 because Colorado was once in the Big 12 and they left the Big 12. I'm gonna put it to you like this: the only teams that are, I don't even know the full Big 12 now, but the competition that I could speak of that are currently still in the Big 12 that were already in the Big 12 are, of course, Oklahoma State, Kansas State, and Baylor.
Iowa State.
Baylor. Those are the three big horses, though. Those are the three big horses: Baylor, Oklahoma State, and Kansas State. Those are the three big horses. Now they added Utah, which I really don't know about Utah. I don't know how Utah is coming from. Yeah, but in what conference, though? They've been a problem in what conference? This is the thing. That's why I didn't pick USC, because the only reason I'm not picking USC is because they're going to a harder conference coming out of the Pac-12. I'm going to be honest. They're going from the Pac-12 to the Big 10. We know Big 10 got some dogs over there. Ohio State, Michigan State, Penn State. It's some dogs over there in Big 10. So that's why I don't see USC making it. Plus, the only other reason why I'm picking why I didn't pick USC, it's not because why you think I didn't pick them. I'm picking because they got a brand new quarterback. Y'all just lost y'all Heisman quarterback. So right now, and again, then y'all got the offensive minded coach. He's not defensive minded. So if you can't stop nobody, it's all about how many points you can put up. You ain't finna put up a whole lot of points out. And the third thing is, y'all traveling out to the Big 10 country. Y'all ain't used to that type of weather, bro. Y'all ain't built for that. Y'all ain't built for playing in Michigan in that cold like that. Y'all not built for that. So this is my thing. Those play a factor in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I ain't pick USC. Utah, I gotta see. I don't know how they do. Like, again, they coming from a different conference. In regards to that, Colorado, they are on the cusp. Colorado on the cusp. A different conference coming over back to the Big 12. We'll see. They could probably be the top, maybe, depending on how they play, top 6. I gave you 4. Utah. I said Utah, Baylor, Oklahoma State, and Kansas State. That's 4 right there. Oregon. Now, Oregon, everybody's so high on Oregon. I don't know. I know you saw it. A lot of people got Oregon going in the national championship. The same thing I'm saying about USC is the same thing for freaking Oregon, y'all. I don't get it. Oregon is going to the Big 10.
They have an experience. I mean, they have a new coach, true enough. They have an experience. However, new quarterback in Dillon Gabriel.
Dillon Gabriel. But this is the thing. You still got to keep in mind they're going into the elements of the Big 10. You're not playing in that perfect weather.
They play in those same elements in Oregon, though.
Not like they do in the Big 10. They ain't playing in snowstorms out in Oregon.
Well, not snowstorms.
They're not doing that, bro.
They play in cold, frigid weather because they're in the mountains in Oregon. So it's not exactly they have. They ain't
California. They not Cali.
Yeah, exactly. They're not Southern California compared to mountainous Oregon. So yeah. So, but I'm very sure it's a different code in like Michigan and
right. It's absolutely. But don't get me wrong. I feel like Oregon will fare better than USC. I do, because they do have, like you said, they do have Dillon Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? They do have a Heisman hopeful. I hope he don't do well. I really don't. But they do have Dillon Gabriel. So we'll see. We'll see. And see, talking bad about Oregon froze you up. No, I'm just telling you, honest God, true. I just feel like Oregon is probably one of the teams that's gonna come out of the Big 10, though. I think I believe that. Ohio State. I don't know about Michigan. Michigan got a new coach. They got a lot of the same players, though. So the thing is the coaching. Michigan bring about Jake Fromm and all. They bringing back not a bunch, but they're bringing back some key players that they had that they won with the national championship team last year. So I don't know. Michigan still is going to be a force, I think. So we talk about Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, and then I think Oregon falls in there somewhere.
So you were just speaking, right, about the Dallas Cowboys. As you stated, you spoke about CeeDee Lamb's contract, 4-year contract, earning him $34 million a year, second highest player paid non-quarterback, only behind Justin Jefferson, who makes $35 million a year.
$1 million.
I seen UCC's conversation back and forth on this post. I know he's a boomer sooner, so let's remove that from the fact.
That ain't got nothing to do with it though. But is he the number one receiver in yes?
Yeah, he's the number one receiver in Dallas. He's the number one receiver in Dallas. Okay. He's probably going to be the number one receiver on my fantasy team.
Okay.
Is 34? Is he worth 34 million? Though?
Absolutely.
I know the market says it, but I mean, is he worth
not only the market says it, but his stats say it. Yeah, that one that's sitting up. Yeah. Not only is he, but his numbers stated.
Mm-hmm.
His numbers speak for that. You have to go off of what his numbers speak. And thank you, Key. He was deserving of that money. Now, am I feeling if I was CD, would I feel some type of way that y'all short me? He is the top 5. Thank you, Key. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody who know. Come on, don't do that, Trey. Don't do that.
I'm still going through my mind top 5, but okay.
Don't do that. If I'm CD, I'm one of the people about to break. He is.
Y'all gonna stop disrespecting Brandon Ayuk like he's the next easy right. So
he's not in the top 5 though. Brandon Ayuk is not in the top 5. He's not.
So you wouldn't pay Brandon Ayuk $34 million?
Because he's not a 1. He's not a 1 where he's at. He's not a 1. He's not. Yeah, he's not a 1 where he's at. Yeah. That's the thing. You can't give him $34 million or more than CD or JJ if he's not. Yeah, if he's not a 1 where he's at.
That's interesting. So do you think CD's money just made it harder for Brandon Ayuk? Because it's like you're not a 1 in San Francisco. So how can you expect to get this type of money and you're not a 1 even in your current place? And anywhere else, stop disrespecting him, Key. He's more than a top 20. But he's but you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Is Brandon Ayuk in the top 10? Is what you're trying to say?
His stats are in the top 10.
Is his stats in the top 10?
No, was he 1,400 yards receiving?
Did he have 1,400? Because we just went over the
1,200, yeah.
Yeah, remember we went over the tandems last week, and Brandon Ayuk was he?
He was 1,000-yard receiver. He just what's his name? Remember we talked about who was next, but I think he was 12 or 1,300 yards receiving.
T. Higgins is more of a 1 than Brandon.
Hell no.
Good question. I like that, Anthony. I mean, that's a debatable.
But I mean, but that's like true enough. Like we saying that it's hard. It's rough for Brandon Ayuk.
Right. To answer your question, yes, Brandon Ayuk. I mean, CeeDee Lamb did make it hard for Brandon Ayuk to get his money. He did because he is currently not the 1 in where he's at. He's not, and everybody knows that. I think they're both.
They're both 2s. Oh, he's talking about Higgins and Ayuk probably.
Oh yeah, you got to be talking about Higgins and Ayuk. Good 2s though. Yeah. But Brandon Ayuk, we spoke about this last week. Brandon Ayuk could be a 1 at another team. Now, not Pittsburgh. He won't.
That's why they didn't trade. That's why they didn't even go with that trade.
Yeah, not Pittsburgh. He won't. But he could go to. He could go to. He could go to. No, what's old boy that left and went to Yeah, he probably could go to New England and be a 1. Yeah, but he
could be a 1 in Buffalo
over Diggs. That's what I'm talking about. Yes,
Diggs is in Houston.
Houston. That's exactly what I was talking about. He could go to Buffalo and be a 1. Absolutely could. Yeah, he could. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, who just left and went to Houston?
You know what? He works somewhere else. He might can go in which they just paid this guy as a 1, but he probably could be a 1 in Detroit too.
Because St. Brown is what, the 5th highest paid now, 4th?
I
think he was the 4th. They put it up.
Yeah,
he's under AJ Brown. He's under AJ Brown. Yeah, so he's the fourth highest paid. Could he be?
I think he could be a number one.
I think that would be close, bro. I think that'd be close.
Number one in Detroit. So wait,
he could be a number one in the Rams.
No.
Yes.
Well, no.
Yes. Because Cup. Yes. Yes, he could. Yes, he could. Because that's gonna bump Cup down to 2. Yes, he could.
Hell, yes. Cup not even a number one now. That's Puka's spot for currently.
I don't think that's Puka's spot. Cup is not a 1 yet. No, you can't give that to him after 1 season, bro.
What's good, LaDonna? What's good?
What up, LaDonna? What's good?
DJ, that's Puka's spot right now, bro.
No, you cannot give Puka the 1 spot.
Cup has to work his way back up. That is Puka.
No, you're still the one. Just because
I know I said I wouldn't, but I did a mock draft yesterday. Puka Nacua is rated over Cooper Kupp
because of injury. I got it because of injury of Kupp. But if Kupp is back, you don't put Kupp. You don't put Kupp.
Gummies.
Stop it, Henry. Stop it. You don't put Kupp at 2 just because he gets hurt.
I get it.
You don't do that. That's like putting.
That's like taking over Alex Smith when he.
You don't do that. You can't do that. You don't do that. You have to. Is a 1.5.
Yeah, right now. Cooper Kupp is impossible right now, fam.
Don't get me wrong. Puka is good, but is he good? We're talking 1 season, y'all. Y'all jumping on a bandwagon on a person we've seen for 1 season. He has not proved himself.
As a rookie, he got 1,200 yards receiving.
I got that, but y'all
as the lone receiver.
I got that. Who else did he have to throw to?
Like that's what I'm saying. But he was a rookie.
He's going to get.
That's just like when Cooper Kupp had the year he was a Triple Crown winner. The year that he had and pushed for it, like Cooper. I love Cooper, right? You know what I'm saying? He might even be a player on my fantasy if I can't get Puka. But it's But it's basically that's just what it is. It's Puka's team now. Until
it's not. Until Cooper that's like saying that's just like saying no.
Give me my money.
No, that's just like saying CD Lamb, Dallas Cowboys CD Lamb's team now. No, that's not the case. Whose
team is it?
It's still Dax. It's still Dak's team. They're still Dak's team. You cannot say that that's his. He was even better in the playoffs. He earned respect and what have life. I'm not taking anything away. I'm not discrediting Puka. I'm not. What I'm saying is,
who would you draft first, Puka Nacua or Cooper Kupp?
Cooper Kupp, because you know why? I've seen what Cooper Kupp has done in seasons. I've seen what Nacua has done in a season. I don't know what he's going to give me. Just like everybody's talking. Prime example, I'm gonna use my boy right here, Jalen Hurts. What did he do his first season as a starter? Took him to a Super Bowl. What did he do last season? Trash at the end of the season. Trash. They started out 10-1 and lost 6 of the last 7 games. You're not promised to have a great season every season. My whole point right there, Jalen Hurts, everybody, he was runner-up MVP. Runner-up MVP prior season. Last season, shit the bed. Shit the bed. That's the same thing I'm talking about. Until we see Puka Nacua be consistent, you can't label him a 1. You got to give him a 2 spot until he proves and he's earned to take that 1 from Kupp.
You taking Puka Nacua or Brandon Ayuk?
Ooh. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. I don't know. You say Puka, but you say Puka, but I don't know. I don't know. He did the same thing in college. No, he didn't. No, he stopped. Then
he did do the same thing in college. Now I think about it.
No, he did not. He did not. No, he did not. I love who?
You got them 3 right there because you know what I'm saying. We got the draft. We got a couple drafts coming up together.
Mm-hmm.
You got Puka Nacua, Brandon Ayuk, Kupp, and Hurts. Who's your first pick?
Puka Nacua,
Cooper Kupp,
Brandon Ayuk, Cooper Kupp,
Brandon
Brandon Ayuk, and Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Who's your pick?
I'm probably taking Kupp. If he's healthy, I'm taking Kupp.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Kupp because if he's fully healthy, I'm taking Kupp. It's iffy because I might even take Brandon first, to be honest, because Brandon doesn't get hurt like Kupp does. So I might pick Brandon first.
Okay.
I don't know how y'all saying it's Puka and it's not even close. Y'all basing Puka off of one season, bro. Y'all basing Puka.
No.
Okay.
Technically, you're basing Kupp's off of one season too, because Kupp was injured last year. He had the triple crown season the year before. He came back with a high upgrade. He was the number one on the team, but then he got hurt. I mean, he got hurt, and then when he came back, Puka was drafted second round, third round. So everyone, I guess it was expected. Whoever did the drafting, and they got another cat right now. Not just Tutu Atwell, is another dude who was a rookie that was showing some promise. So I don't know.
Exactly, LaDonna. That's
why he wants money.
And I understand what you're saying, Anthony. I'm taking Puka. I'm going with young for the future. This is the thing, Anthony. You don't have. He gave me 4 individuals to pick from, right? You don't know who the rest of my players are. I may be trying to win now. I'm not looking to the future. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl now. I don't know who I got as my quarterback. I don't know who I got as my running back. He just gave me 3 receivers and 1 quarterback. I'm picking for now. Despite what they may do down the future, how old they are and all of that, I don't care about that because I don't know who the rest of my players are. But if I got say for instance, I got a Tyreek Hill as my other wide receiver, say I got a Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback, and now I done added Kupp or Ayuk, bruh. I'm looking at winning the Super Bowl now.
Well, first off, I don't know if those players are there. If you got those 2 and those other players are there, I don't know what type of league you drafting in because obviously there's.
That's what I'm saying. You can't say that, Anthony, because you don't know who the rest of my players are. You talking about for the future? We're not talking about franchise. We're talking about fantasy draft right now. And he gave me 3 wide receivers and a quarterback to pick from. I don't know my running back. Say I got Saquon, or say if I got DeAndre Swift, bro, I'm winning now. All right, Henry, appreciate you, bro. I'm winning now. You know what I'm saying? I'm winning now. Purdy, and at least one of the best for fantasy. Come on, I could have Purdy on there. I could have Dak. He didn't give me I don't know who my current quarterback was. So I'm going for now. This ain't nothing that I'm trying to build for later. Oh yeah, with Swift I am okay. DeAndre Swift, you act like DeAndre Swift didn't do nothing last season with us. Okay.
Swift is in Chicago.
Right. Watch what Swift do now. Watch what Swift do. I was upset that we got rid of DeAndre because I felt like we should have kept him and got rid of Gainwell, but we got Saquon now, so I'm not mad at all.
We should be. We'll see.
Why should I be mad, bro? I got probably the second best running back in the NFL when healthy.
That's interesting. Who's the number 1 running back
right now? It would probably be Christian McCaffrey without question.
Where's Christian at?
It don't matter. Did he win a Super Bowl? Okay, don't worry.
I won the Super Bowl.
Who won one more recently? And I'll wait. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Pick up running back or wide receiver, then QB. Try to get wide receiver combo if anyone is new defender. LaDonna, why you ain't in our fantasy then? Because I want to see y'all improve that spot. I'll give y'all that. CJ Stroud or Hurts or Jordan Love. Start bench, or cut. I'm cutting Jordan. And I'm probably starting CJ.
Really? Taking notes. I'm taking notes.
I probably start CJ. If those are the 3 that I have on my roster, I'm starting CJ. Oh, are you retired? You are you like a Charles Barkley retired though? Like no championships or nothing? Like what type of retirement? Yeah.
So,
yeah. Trey, you know what? You can do all the observing you want on here in regards to the fantasy. I will never show my hand. Ever show my hand. When it comes time for fantasy, you will be shocked on who I pick. Because you always think you know. So you think you
I know what I'm going to do. You know what? I don't care. I don't care what.
Last year, okay, LaDon.
I
How
don't
many
care
championships?
who I have.
13 years of fantasy. Okay. How many
I don't care who I have. Like, I don't really care what I draft. I build my team through free agency. So I'm not worried about drafting. Like, draft is a prerequisite that has to happen. I build my team
during the season. How's that worked out for you?
It's worked out pretty fine. I'm consistently top 4 and I play in multiple leagues. I'm consistently top 4.
Anthony, I have 2.
And I'm saying right here on this day, the 27th of August, 9:57, that I'm going to win 3 championships out of 5 this year.
Good luck, sir. Anthony, you need to do a fantasy. We have a fantasy. We have a first formation fantasy. Let me help you out real quick. We have a first formation fantasy football. I don't know if y'all can see. Y'all can't see. Oh, there it go. Y'all can't see my trophy, man. Oh, there it is. Fantasy football champion right here. First formation. Just like
that's 2022.
It don't matter. But I did win last year in another league. So I have a 2022 trophy and I have a 2023 bragging rights. I ain't got no hardware for it, but I got bragging rights. So I did win 2 years in a row, just in a different league. And we have a league going on right now there, Anthony. So please join. I have one and Trey has one. One for fantasy, one for first formation. Again, I'm planning on getting another one add to my collection. And then I have my own league. So be sure to go over to Anthony. If you are my friend on Facebook, follow me on Facebook or go to my Facebook. Only 2. Marcus, how many you got, Marcus?
I'm about to say, ask him how many championships he has in our fraternity league.
I don't have any yet. You won one every year, LaDonna. You got 4. 4 where at? Oh, well, if we talking, hold on. So listen, 4, you ain't got no damn 4. If we talk about my career, I got more than 2. I'm just talking about last year. I got more than 2. Oh, believe that. I done won a few years. Don't get it twisted. I'm just talking about last year and the year before. I got 2 within the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? 4 years. 4 years I got 2 in the last 4 years. But if we talking all, I got some others. You know what I'm saying? Don't know. I ain't got to lie, Craig. I ain't got to lie to kick it. I ain't got to lie, Craig. I ain't got to lie. I stand on mine too. Oh yeah, I got some other championships. See, this is the thing, and this is why I'm so adamant about giving out hardware. Because when people like Marcus come on here and want to see receipts, I likes to show receipts like that. You know what I'm saying? Showing you my credentials. Those are my credentials. Those are my accomplishments, letting you see what I've done. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in the league with Marcus. That's what I owe them. So it's like I haven't won that league yet, but that
You don't look like you win in a lot of leagues there, sir. If the Buffalo City Hamlin game, here we go.
Exactly, Nate. Thank you.
Oh my God. And
that is what saved me. Honestly, I would keep it 100.
We all be drunk. If
I would keep it 100,
we would all be drunk.
That game did not happen. Possibly, first formation to have a back-to-back champion.
Keyword possibly. Keyword possibly. We do not know how that would have ended. We do not know. So it's possibly. But being that it ended, Nathan, I'm that man. I'm that man. Don't forget it, y'all. Don't forget it. For those that want to join my league, though, the best of the best, that's what it's called, the best of the best. Come holler at you, boy. I got 2 spots available, 2 spots left. And yes, it's $30 to get into the league because I believe in hardware. I want somebody to show how they got what they got. So I believe in hardware. So come on over to the best is the best. Come holler at you, boy. That happened to be me in the Super Bowl against
League. Y'all just hit me up. I'll slide.
Did you win, Nathan? Nathan, did you win? It don't matter who made it to the Super Bowl. They don't care about who made it. They ain't care about who won. Did you win? Oh, okay. What that's it? What platform? It's on Yahoo. My Money League back to back.
So
I ain't in your league. That's why, Key. Don't worry. That's why. Because
real quick, right before we get ready to get out here, in which you talking for all my military veterans that are out there, of course, always got something going on. Hold on. I can't find it now. Oh, here we go. While I have my counterpart here, if you want to speak on this right quick.
What's that? Oh, the rush. Absolutely. National Line Omicron. That's in New Orleans coming up in we got our interest meeting this Saturday, but the line starts in September. For those that don't know about military MGLO, military Greek letter organizations, myself and my brother Trey here are a part of Cyro Phi Military Fraternity Incorporated. So for those that may be interested that are currently serving and have served, no matter what branch of service, even if you are Air Force, Space Force, whatever, we're looking to strengthen our fraternity, and we have a interest meeting this Saturday. As you can see, the Zoom link is on there, and you can come on there and ask questions in regards to what it is about Cyro Phi that makes you want to join and things of that nature. We look forward to seeing each and every one of y'all on that call. So be sure to stop on through, hit that link, join us. Myself, Trey, will probably be on there. Let's get it, man. We definitely looking for a few good men to come over to Cyro Phi and help us continue to build our fraternity for our veterans and stuff like that.
Who did you so that was a quick commercial break before we get ready to get out here soon. So did you see anything that you didn't like when it came down to the Philadelphia Eagles cutting certain players?
I haven't even seen the cut roster yet.
I know they cut Mike White.
Yeah, I haven't seen the cut roster yet. I'm looking. I'm gonna check that out. Matter of fact, here shortly, probably as soon as I get off here. But I have not checked the cut roster yet. But I'm looking to see who they got rid of and things of that nature. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did I have one more? Where's the one more question I had? I can't remember. So I mean, it's been a good show this morning. Of course, like you said, got get off here, take care of handle some business and stuff like that. Of course, like I said, tapped in. I took the opportunity while I'm still off. I'm on leave until probably week after next. So we'll probably see more and more. Like I said, tap in. Like you said, those fantasy leagues if you want, be sure to hit me up directly.
Please. 2 spots left for my league.
So we can get you
draft
in.
This Friday though. Draft is this Friday, so you know
what it do. Of course, some of y'all are already in. Nate, I got you in our frat league. I said we'll be pushing out something like that. Draft is on Sunday for that. Marcus, I know we got draft on Saturday. And who else? Key, we got draft. I see, so you there. So so tap in. So some of y'all can see firsthand how it get down. Anthony, I know exactly what you're talking about Dynasty, and which one of them I was thinking about one of these turning into Dynasty if we can keep players for the most part. Maurice, I'll have to hit you up and see if you want to get down.
Appreciate that, little.
But yeah, so greatly appreciate y'all tapping in today. Look forward to tapping in with y'all again. More content. Oh, that's why I wanted. Caleb Williams, what you think?
What about him? He's finna be in the same predicament as Justin Fields, man. I've been said that. Caleb Williams, everybody's riding high on Caleb Williams. Y'all better watch your boy out of freaking Washington. He's the sleeper.
Talking about Daniels.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Before we go, I know you got flag football Olympics players versus
NFL players versus. So this is my take on flag football, man. Bo Nix, I'm still out on Bo Nix. We're gonna see. I don't know. Bo Nix don't have the weapons that old boy guy. But this is my thing about flag football. So we all know flag football is coming in, and I'm hoping it's taking the place of breakdancing in 2028. But flag football is coming in into the Olympics in 2028 in California. It's in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah,
Los Angeles, California. So with that being said, a lot of flag football players are very disgruntled because it has been stated, and I don't know if it was solidified or not, but it has been stated that NFL players were going to be used to represent the USA in flag football. So it's a few flag football people who play very competitively and want regular players of flag football who play on the regular to play for the country instead of NFL players. My thing about that is this, right? I look at it like this: we don't allow N1 players, we don't allow military personnel, NBA, as in Mike Bravo Alpha. We don't allow what do you call it? What do you the summer leagues or the what's the one step down below NBA, the
minor leagues.
the whatever,
Oh,
the
G League.
G League. Thank you. The G League. We don't allow G League to represent us in basketball for the USA. So what would possibly make you think that they would allow just normal people off the street to play or represent the country in flag football? This is my thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand. I totally understand. Myself and Trey have played flag football for years. We've both played football over a decade or two, Trey and myself. So don't get me wrong. It is a night and day thing. Flag football is more fundamentals because there's really no real contact. They're not playing. Trey told me they're playing 5 men, which is freaking them. I think that's dumb. I think they should at least did 7 to 8 men, at least, in my opinion. So it's not the same with personnel on the field. And it's just the style of play is different. The style of play is completely different. Now, the thing about, I forget the young man who spoke about who really had a big problem about why he felt like he's better than Patrick Mahomes as quarterback, which is beyond me. I don't know why you would think that you're better than Patrick Mahomes. You can't even compare yourself to a Patrick Mahomes when you're not facing 300-pound defensive linemen or people who are running 4.2, 4.3, 40s. You're not facing none of that. So how could you possibly compare yourself to Patrick Mahomes when you're not even getting tackled? Like, there's no way you in a 6'4", 260-pound linebacker is coming at you, and you no, that's and who has the same amount of speed as you have. You can't compare yourself. But either way, but I do understand where he's coming from. He says it's not fair. Like, in his words, he claimed that he said, "We created this. We started this flag." You didn't start nothing, sir. You didn't start nothing. What's his name, Trey?
Doucette.
Doucette. That's his name. Doucette.
His name is nickname. They call him Hoosh.
Hoosh, whatever his name. You didn't start nothing, bro. Before, flag football has been around for decades. Mm-hmm. Now, whether it was pulling flags or not, flag football is basically touch football with flags added. That's all it is. So we all know touch football has been around for decades. So you did not create anything, sir. When we was doing 2 days back in the day, we was playing flag football without flags, though. It was touch. 11 man touch. During the summers, when everybody else was doing their little summer vacation and we was doing 2 days at school, we was playing flag football. We wasn't in pads then. We wasn't in pads. We was playing touch football. without the flag. It's the same thing. It's the same concept. You just added some flags to make it more difficult instead of just touching you. But when it's all said and done, you didn't create that, sir. So stop saying that. That is not something you created. Flag football has been around longer than you. So quit using that as a means for you to say that you should be put in the Olympics because you won a championship. There's a lot of people out here that won championships in basketball, G League. We saw what the Lakers did and couldn't do it again when it came time for the actual NBA season. But everybody, ooh, the Lakers, they won G League summer tournament, but couldn't do it in couldn't even make it to the finals. But a lot of people have won championships in a lot of sports that they don't have the means to be able to do it in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is. I don't know. Yeah, if I get it. I get where he's coming from. A part of me feels for Doucette in a way. Don't get me wrong, but I understand we don't. Why would we allow it to happen for flag football, not use professionals, but we use professionals for basketball?
So I definitely have a different opinion in it, in which I think they're like, I can understand what he's saying and why he look at it like they've been doing this, and it's a different type of game, honestly, in which they've been doing it for a long time at a high level, compared to, I mean, even you got to think about when they played the American flag tournament, they played against professionals, NFL professionals, and they scrubbed them up. So, and hence the reason why you had some professionals or an analyst that came out and said that some NFL players don't stand a chance. Versus now, of course, you had someone like Lamar Jackson come out and say, we was doing like I was doing that before, playing anything. Lamar Jackson might be exception to the policy in case, some others, but I think, it just seems right, or at least to try out, to sit up and see what is it going to be, how it's going to go. So it's interesting. Like, I'm following to see how that's all going to play out. And so it's going to be interesting. So I get Hoosh's now. It was a little outlandish for him to say that he would be better than Patrick Mahomes because a quarterback is a quarterback, you know what I'm saying? And Mahomes might be able to figure it out. I mean, he figures other things out. So it's a little, but I mean, I get
going back behind the back passes in full contact, bro.
Stuff like that. Last thing, right? What do you think about, in two instances, you have Hall of Famers, potential Hall of Famers that have gone to teams and they have not been able to get the number in which they wanted? Do you think that's disrespect? Or do you think, would you give up the number? Like you have Chris Paul, who is now in what is it? He's in San Antonio. He's here in San Antonio with us. But Sloan, I can't think of his name right now. He wears number 3. He's not coming off of it. Russell Westbrook has gone to Denver, in which Chris Brown has the number 0. He's not coming off it either, which means they have to wear different numbers at this point. Are you giving up? How are you playing that either way, whether you're the veteran or the newer player? Are you coming off your number as a newer player? Do you switch your number?
It depends. It depends on how long I've been there.
Okay.
If I've earned my number there long enough to where they've used my number as marketing on jerseys Ron
won the championship as number 0 with Denver, so it's like.
Then if that's the case, then you can't get my number. You can't get me now. But if I've been there for however long, or I'm a rookie, I'll get that number up because I haven't really solidified that number as mine because I haven't put enough work in to let people know that's who I am.
What's your expectation as a veteran in this situation?
Oh, give me my number. Give me my number. I don't even know who you is. Who is you? How long you been? Give me my number. Matter of fact,
well, both of them will get considerable playing time, so it's not like they're just a scrub on the bench.
But then again, you know what? I say that, but I've been in that position, right? When I played football overseas in Germany, I played African American football. I was about to say African American football. I played German American. I played German American football. So in Germany, for German American football, I played full contact. German American football it's 11-man regular rules. The only thing is you can only have 2 Americans on the field at a time. On offense and defense, you can only have 2 Americans on the field at one time. So this team, I don't know how long they had been existing or whatever, but this team already had a couple of seasons under, a few seasons under their belt or whatever. And I found them and ended up joining their team. So in high school and all of that coming up, I always wore the number 1. That was my number. So coming to that team, there was a wide receiver, little short wide receiver, German guy who was the number 1. And I felt some type of way at first about it because I wanted that number, but he had been there. You know what I'm saying? That was his number. Like, he had been there for a while. So that was his number. Did I cry and moan and bitch about? No, I took it for what it worth, and I just took another number. I think I ended up I played with a couple of different numbers, but I think 2 different numbers. And our away uniform, I think I played with number 13, and then our home uniform, I played with number 10. So I was cool because I still had the 1, but I just had another number in it added to it. So I've been there before. I've done it. And then when it was all said and done, after I did what I did on the team, my number was like the number then, because it just was what it was. You know what I'm saying?
I do that as well, because the quarterback wore, like, usually I wore number 3, but the quarterback in this instance wore number 3, and I came to the team late. So I ended up going with, and so all the other numbers in which I would have wore it was gone. So I ended up wearing number 10. But however, I was a problem. So of course it looked different. So it was like, okay, now watch number 10, in which I probably should have had number 3 to begin with. He should have just came off the number. But I mean, people don't know.
That was me too. I ended up like, I have like videos of people talking about it. Hey, that's all they got. And they was talking about me in regards to the team and so forth and so on. But we had some decent players. We had a nice quarterback. Our quarterback was American. Our quarterback was American, and I was the American running back on the team. So our quarterback was like 6'4". He was like 6'4", probably about 230. Big dude, bro. And could see over the line and everything. Big dude. Could throw that pill. Yeah, but I was running. I implemented. It was crazy because our coach, he was American. He was a big Boston College fan, huge Boston College fan, and he had all his plays. I came into the league, or came onto the team, and implemented the wishbone. I came in and implemented the wishbone. I say, hey, coach, why don't you try? Have you ever thought about trying the wishbone? While we over here, in Germany playing, have you ever thought about trying something like the wishbone? He was like, I don't even know nothing about. I can't remember what he said, if he didn't know nothing about it. What? And I showed it to him and everything. Bro, we ran that joker through 3 backs, wishbone formation. We ran that to a T, and we had a big Turkish guy. You been to Germany before?
No.
Okay.
I've been there, but I wasn't stationed there. So
yeah, we had a Turkish guy, big Turkish guy. He was about my height, bruiser. He was in the backfield with me too. Big bruiser. Like he was a fullback. Big bruiser. When I say he bruiser, bro, he'd clean up the line, clean a hole out for you in the line. And he would go before me, and I would cut off either his left or his right. And after that, speed is speed. And I burn down the sideline all the time. So, but yeah, I get it. I understand the quorum. Well, I was about to say Russell really can't ask for no number, but neither can CP Chris Paul.
They're solidified. They're Hall of Famers. When they're after 5 years, they're getting called up. So
first ballot.
Yeah, they're first ballot Hall of Famers, bro.
How? I don't know how. Neither one of them got championships.
True. I was thinking that same thing, but they're like at minimum
just numbers. All for numbers.
Yeah, at minimum
numbers.
Westbrook's going to get first. Is going to be a first ballot. I mean, if you think of someone other people first ballot, then Westbrook is definitely first ballot. And so, and now CP3, yeah, but like you said, numbers wise, if you top some of the greatest ones that's already there, although the game has changed, it still comes out.
I say LaDon, not first ballot. I don't feel like they should be first ballot, but
you don't think both? I think both of them are first ballot. Especially depends on who they going up here and who.
The reason why I don't feel like Chris, I know why Chris Paul. I don't think he's first ballot for real. Like I really don't think Chris Paul is first ballot. But the reason why I don't think Westbrook is first ballot is because of the simple fact that he would be first ballot if he continued to go up in his talent and what he's done. Westbrook did so much good things in the beginning of his career that he hasn't done nothing in the later part of his career. So therefore, that's why I feel like he's declined. And don't get me wrong, I get it, he's older, but he's declined, and that doesn't, in my opinion, that negates him from being a first ballot.
So at this point, he's hurting his legacy at this point.
He's hurting his chances for being a first ballot. For him to be a first ballot, he needs to bounce back and come back to somewhat similar to what he was when he was averaging triple doubles, like he was, and doing the stuff in which he was doing. He has to bounce back to something close to that. I don't know if he can bounce back to that, but something similar to that to be able to be a first ballot. Because when he was doing that, yeah, he was a first ballot without question. Without question.
I think from that factor, I think he's done enough of that to be first ballot, especially when you look at the numbers wise.
Yeah, but it's so long ago.
All time.
Yeah, but it was so long ago. It's long ago.
The last 2 years. So
yeah, look at it. Look how long ago that was. 10 years ago.
Well, that's somewhere within 2 years. Now he done been on a couple of teams since then, but which I don't know if that looks good when you continue.
That doesn't. Now, I don't think that looks good. It's same with CP3. He done been on almost every team in the NBA. So like that don't look good. That don't look good at all.
Oh my God.
Him staying hurt, and that too. Chris Paul, him staying hurt all the time. Great point. You can't even finish the season. CP3, yeah. You can't even finish the season.
Well, now they're in San Antonio. I mean, he's in San Antonio.
It'll help. It'll help. It'll help with Wembanyama. Yeah, he's got a veteran who are able to coach him up and get him. Yeah, that'll help Wembanyama a lot. I do feel like that. But let me get out of here, y'all. I'll holler at y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace.
I'll let y'all enjoy your day. Be sure to check us out. Like I said, hit me up if you're trying to get down. Enjoy you the rest of your week. And maybe we'll see you back on here. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.